Hey guys, good morning. Today is June 19th. It's Wednesday morning. The heat dome is here for New Jersey. We're expecting temperatures that will feel like 100 or more this week, and our garden started to suffer. So we went ahead and we went onto Amazon and we started searching for shade cloth. So we found some 6x8 pieces by Ag Fabric that were going to be 30% coverage, which is what we thought would be enough for a vegetable garden, because you still want to have some sun, and you want everything to be able to get rain when it rains. So we were only able to get one piece from that supplier, though. The rest were on back order. So they shipped us the one that was available, and we're going to attach all the links below for you, and all of our Amazon purchases are going to be in one spot, so you can check everything out there. But anyway, that piece came, and I quickly realized that 30% coverage was not enough. So we waited for several days for the rest of the order to ship, and thank goodness it was out of stock. We were able to cancel it, and we went ahead and bought 40% cloth, which came very, very quickly. It was slightly more money, and it didn't have the cool clips that the Ag Fabric had. So I'm going to give you a tour of both of them so you can see how I went ahead and put them up. I'm going to go with the 40% that we received second. You can see that it has a nice finished edge to it, and on this finished edge here, it's got some little holes. So this one did not provide clips, which is what I like the most about the Ag Fabric, is that it came with these really nice net clips. They're awesome clips, actually. But this will allow you to use any other kind of clip that you have available, and I'll show you the clips that I had available from the dollar store that I'm using temporarily. My fear is always wind. But I noticed immediately that the difference between the 40% and the 30% was dramatic. So I'm leaving the net in place that I had, because the sun is so hot back here. The peppers are really, really suffering. So with this, I was able to drape it over 2 beds because I already had a few pieces of netting attached. Like I said, I'm just going to leave it until the temperatures cool down a little bit, and then I'll probably go ahead and remove a layer. But this 40% product, I really like it. It seems durable. I like the nice finished edge, and this is reinforced, so whatever you tie it down with, string, clips, whatever, it should hold on. It'll also give you the opportunity to go through a pole or a piece of rebar or a piece of EMT that you're going to use to hold this up. Now again, this is only a 6x8 piece here, so it's not, as much coverage as a giant piece. But here's what the packaging looks like. And you can see that it is by SunnyGuard shade cloth, and it's 40% coverage, anti-aging for 3 to 5 years. Oh, maybe I should just buy this in like shade cloth myself if I can anti-age for 3 to 5 years. All weather, great, create a cooler or warmer place for plant, vegetable, greenhouses, etc. So I really like this fabric, and again, we'll post the link. Yeah, this is a 6 foot by 8 foot, made in China. I have a bunch in a box in the kitchen, and I'm getting ready to install it now. So I draped it from one side of the bed to the other, and I'm looking at the way my sun moves here, and directly behind me is south. So by noon, this angle is blazing down these rows, and it's just hitting the peppers. The tomatoes are holding up okay. I don't have anything going on that's out of the usual, but the peppers, things like basil, eggplant probably, and especially your large, thick-walled bell peppers are really going to want to have some coverage. So I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to show you how I clipped it, and then I'm going to talk to you about the Ag Fabric that's already attached. So these are the basic Gorilla clips that you can get from the dollar store, this pack, or the $1.25 store, Dollar Tree, we'll say now. I should stop saying the dollar store because it's not just $1. But these guys break rather quickly. They don't do great in the sun, but for $1 you really can't beat it. They last a season. You can get them in greater supplies on Amazon for what actually works out to be less money. But you can see they come in 2 different sizes. And I bought these to clip up tomatoes, but I discovered that they are very, very bad for tomatoes, which is a totally different video. But anyway, I was able to take them, and you can see here, I was able to clip the reinforced end onto the tomato cage underneath. So again, I just draped this over my tomato cages, and all of my supports, all of my stakes, and I went, because of my exposure, again, you're going to want to figure out how to do this, you know, in your own space. But you can see now that these guys are getting some shade that they were not getting from this angle, because again, the sun is now right behind me, and by 2 o'clock, this area here is what gets absolutely scorched. So you can see now the difference from where it's shaded to where the sun is hitting. So hopefully this is going to help. Now, this product here is the Ag Fabric 30%. And it came with these really awesome disc-like clips where when it's opened up, you know, it's a full circle on each side. You line up its seam here, perfect for clipping onto a cage, and you just, you know, clamp it down. And it's got some cool little teeth in there, so it goes right through the squares of the net and holds on perfectly. So I really, really like that about the Ag Fabric. So now you can get Ag Fabric at 40%, but it's substantially more expensive than this product here. So the difference in it is you can see the width of the little black pieces of woven plastic. The actual pieces are thinner than the 40%. So and it's a tighter weave. So this also has a reinforced edge, but it doesn't offer you the clips or the holes to, you know, tie it off with, because they give you the clips. So, you know, they both have their benefits. You know, I love the clips, but when you don't have enough clips to secure something like this on a bigger application, you're going to have to do something, which is basically to just fold it over on itself and clip through. And a clip like this shouldn't damage it, but you know, I like these clips, but I like this reinforced edge because of, you know, because of all the holes, which I think is really, really great. So I'm hoping that this is going to help you guys. So if you're looking for shade cloth from Amazon, be sure to check out the description below so you can get an idea of what this is going to cost you and what sizes they have available. Now, real quick, like I said, on the cuff, I wanted to throw some shade. So I doubled up my pond net just to see if it would help, like I said, in an emergency. I have a bunch more. I'm actually going to shade my shishito peppers today and my nadapenos because they were suffering. So the goal is to erect some poles so that we can secure some net over these tomatoes, because again, this is the south side. This is the side that suffers. This is the north side, and it, you know, by the time the sun crosses over, this is not getting the afternoon sun, so it's all good. So if while you're waiting to, you know, purchase some shade cloth, like I said, this was another type of pond netting. This is different from the bigger net that I showed you. That bigger net was actually what we purchased for our parrot aviary. This is the actual pond net, which has smaller squares. But I just took it and folded it over a few times, and it's given a little bit of shade. You can see what it's offering on the ground, and it's helping some, but the banana peppers seem to be okay in the heat. But I do have some other bell peppers in here that are just looking a little stressed. So you gotta, you know, do what you gotta do with what you have. So make sure you go on, you know, to our link like I showed you, and check out these options and consider what's in your budget and what's going to help if you're looking for this type of cloth. And remember, you know, depending on where you are, 30% might be enough for your veg. I would say if you are, you know, up like in the higher part of the Northeast, we're in New Jersey, but it feels like Florida. I mean, it feels like we're in Miami here. So, you know, you may want to consider something a little bit stronger because of climate change and how everything's changing. We have to adapt, you guys. So you might think that you need 30%, but if you've got a garden in a south-facing area, you might want to consider 40% just to keep your investment of your garden cooled off so it doesn't suffer from wilt or scorch. So anyway, you guys, hope that helped you out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we hope to see you in the next video.